Okay, what is going on, everybody? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is DKEN, and welcome to my incredible podcast. Now, before we commence this episode, do not forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, share this with your boys and your families, follow me on Instagram, smash that bell notification button, and enjoy. Let's get started. Our top story for today shall be the grape that occurred in a train in Philadelphia. Now, I am not sure why I've been putting this off for such a long time. I have no excuse for that. And you know what? I will not sit here and give you any sob story or any of that shit. So with that said, let's just dive right into it. Here we go. Just keep in mind, I have to speak in code because for some retarded reason, we cannot explicitly say the word that is spelled R-A-P-E because people in general, they just take offense to that. So anyways, let's dive into the article titled, Why Accounts of Philadelphia Train Passengers Not Intervening in a RAPE Spread by The Guardian. It starts with, and I quote, "The news was horrifying, a parable of inhumanity so grim that it was destined to go viral. 2 weeks ago, police said that passengers on Philadelphia's elevated train watched a man RAPE a woman and did not intervene, and that some riders might have even recorded the October 13 attack with their cell phones. These onlookers did not call for help during the attack. The only person who dialed 911 was an off-duty transit worker," police alleged. "I'm appalled by those who did nothing to help this woman," Timothy Bernhardt, superintendent of the Upper Darby Township Police Department, said on 16 October. "Anybody that was on that train has to look in the mirror and ask why they didn't intervene or why they didn't do something." So, ladies and gentlemen, here's my response to this. Feel free to agree or disagree. It's up to you. 1. The male passengers that witnessed this whole thing go down chose not to help because they had this fear that if they were to step in and help that girl, the victim would have went out of her way and falsely accused one of the male bystanders of a crime that he did not commit. The male bystanders feared that if they would have stepped in and yanked the suspect away from the victim, she could have falsely accused one of the male bystanders of RAPE. I dare any of you to come up here and tell me that I'm wrong. I dare any of you to step up and say, "Hey, DKEN, I think you're wrong, and here's why." For those of you that literally think I'm wrong, here's what I will do. I am going to place 3 YouTube videos on the description box. I shall put 3 YouTube videos as sources down on the description box below this video, and I want each and every single one of you to watch all 3 of those videos. After you finished watching those videos, I want you to come back to my video and type out a quick paragraph as to why it's a bad idea to help out a female who's in danger. Just type a quick paragraph as to why helping out a female nowadays when she needs help is a terrible idea. 2. Nowadays, American females, especially the modern Gen Z females, consider themselves strong and independent. I'll say it again, you understand that? American females in general consider themselves strong and independent, therefore they no longer need men or want men for any reason whatsoever. So be it. Whenever y'all females are in danger, we will not help you. We won't even look at what's going on. Like, I'll just hop into my vehicle and I'll take off. I will not save you. You strong and independent? Okay, have a nice life. 3. The so-called Good Samaritans, which are the people that take the time to save others that are in peril, are oftentimes the victims of violent crimes that occur, like aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Like, you don't know if a suspect could be armed with a blade. So if you want to throw your life away for some female that you have never met in your lives, okay, you go ahead and do that. But personally, I'm not doing that, which leads to my 4th point. Number 4, the days of being a good man are dead. Nobody cares about your good deeds. This beta male society that we live in right now, nobody cares about you being a good man. People in general don't care about your good deeds. That's just human nature. You know what? Let's just continue on with the article. It continues on, and I quote, Bernhardt said the passengers who stood idly by might even face criminal charges, according to the Philadelphia Inquirer. Transit authorities made similar statements, and the story rapidly spread around America and then the world as a grim symbol of an uncaring society obsessed with social media over helping a victim being attacked. But it now seems the story was not entirely accurate. In fact, the story is far more complex, revealing not only a brutal crime, but how a mistaken narrative ran wild in the press. At the same time, the appalling RAPE does reveal social problems in America, but they center around crime, the pandemic, and policing, not the baleful influence of social media. The Delaware County District Attorney, whose office is prosecuting the case against alleged Fiston Ngoy, said this portrayal of bystanders callously videoing the crime was quote-unquote simply not true. The prosecutor, Jack Stolzheimer, said it was wrong for authorities and media to advance the narrative that people were, quote, callously sitting there filming and didn't act, calling this, quote, misinformation. Okay. Folks, I do believe I've said this in any of my previous videos. I don't remember which specific one, but I'll say it again right now. Here's my opinion about the media and the authorities. Both law enforcement personnel and the media, they both have a very traditional tendency to jump into conclusions and apply them immediately. Just like in this case, the authorities and the media intentionally fabricated this situation by claiming that the bystanders didn't do anything. This is why you cannot trust what the media says on TV, and you cannot trust what the cops and the sheriffs say nowadays. They all have the ability to fabricate any current event just to get attention from the press and to pump themselves up to make themselves look good. That's why they did it in the first place. Moving on, it continues on, and I quote, while Ngoy's alleged interactions with the victim took place over a 40-minute period, starting with unwanted talking and then groping, the RAPE lasted about 6 minutes. Other riders were not on the train for the entire duration of their interaction and might not have known what was happening, Stolzheimer said. Surveillance video from the train revealed 2 passengers raised their phones toward the assault and that one of those provided their video to authorities, AP said. Okay, at least that particular bystander took the time to record the incident and hand it over to the authorities. So none of you have the right to bash that individual for handing over the evidence the cops needed to go after the suspect. As for the media and the authorities that fabricated the story by saying no one helped the victim when she was in peril, we need to start making new laws now that penalizes them for fabricating a story like that. Here's the thing. No jail time, okay? Nothing like that. But very, very hefty fines, okay? That's it. That's all. And just so all of you understand, I will only read the key details as we progress in this article. It continues on, and I quote, the dramatic turn of events has raised questions about how the original narrative took off and why it might have staying power. There is no single answer. Explanations are multifaceted and nuanced, ranging from police accountability to broad societal fears to long-standing concerns over public safety. When bystanders are worried about their own safety or physically incapable of intervening, they might step in by going for help or calling the police. Some have hypothesized that bystanders filming might even be an attempt at intervention. Quote, they might be trying to help in videotaping because it may be helpful in the prosecution of the crime later on, Jeglick said. SEPTA passengers in Philadelphia and the suburb of Upper Darby didn't find the notion of uncaring bystanders all that implausible based on their own concerns about safety predating the RAPE. When presented with the fact that initial descriptions of uncaring bystanders appeared to be untrue, the consensus was that it made little difference. There's no way you cannot see a sexual act, said Victoria Evans, 38. I would have rather taking my chances intervening than not saying anything. Evans, a certified nurse's assistant, said that body language should have made people think twice about what they saw. It would look uncomfortable. You could tell the difference. There's no way nobody knew something was wrong. I was really sad because I take the train every day, said Nashara Tucker, 18. I don't really feel safe anywhere in Philadelphia, especially as a woman. Tucker said the fact that the RAPE took place in public on a train was incredibly disheartening. Even if the original police accounts regarding bystanders weren't true, she said, I think someone should have definitely said something. Many passengers, many of them people of color and especially women, do find riding public transport in the city a scary experience where crime seems possible and a police presence seems thin on the ground. Okay, I shall simplify this for all of y'all right now because this is way too much to take in, okay? Simplify. As long as one person, at least one person, is recording this with his or her cell phone, GoPro, and so forth, the cops can obtain that footage from the witness and use it in court when they capture the suspect. Plain and simple. Recording an incident that goes down counts as intervening, okay? In my professional opinion, when a witness takes the time to record an incident that is going down, that counts as 100% intervening, and the witness can hand over the evidence to the cops so they can use it, okay? Simple. In conclusion, here's what we can learn from this. 1. The days of being a good man and going out in public and trying to save someone's day, those days have been dead for a long time. If you are one of those beta male cucks that's always on the lookout just in case a female gets into some sort of incident with a guy and you want to charge in there and save her day just because you want to go inside of her, son, you are the textbook definition of a simp. You cannot get any lower than that. You should be ashamed of yourselves for those of y'all simps that have this mindset. Like, I'm telling you right now, uninstall this fucking mindset right now and start concentrating on yourselves, okay? 2, folks, under my professional opinion, as long as you take the time to record any kind of incident going down and you hand it over to the authorities, that counts as intervening. Anything more than that, that's a bonus. Like, I'm not expecting you to take the extra mile. 3, in this beta male society that we all live in, nobody cares about your good deeds. Like, I've had to learn this lesson the hard way, okay? Nobody cares about good men. People only care about your bad deeds because it gives them something to throw back at your face. This leads to my next point. 4, as men, we are no longer required to provide and protect females anymore. We will no longer save a female's day when she's in peril, when she's in danger, and this leads to my next point. 5, y'all females want to be strong and independent? Okay. We will not do shit for you. We will not protect you when you're in danger. We will not provide shit for you. We shall simply provide for ourselves. It's really that simple. 6, to the media and to the authorities, we need to start making laws that prevent the both of you from fabricating stories. We need to start coming up with civil penalties, which means no jail time, just hefty fines, and that's it. Because for you to fabricate a story, I personally consider that to be immoral and it should be illegal. You cannot do that, and I'm getting tired of it. 7, nowadays, male bystanders are afraid to step forward and stop an incident that is going down between a guy and a girl because the male bystanders have this fear that they will be falsely accused of a crime that they did not commit. And let's be smart. All of you know what kind of crimes I'm referring to. Like I said earlier, I have placed 3 videos down as sources. I want all of you to go check out those videos and then type down a quick paragraph on the comment section below this video. Male bystanders have a fear of being falsely accused of sexual assault or sexual harassment. So when you really think about it, you cannot blame those guys, okay? You can't. Because those females that have done that shit in the past, they are the reasons as to why we will no longer help out any female anymore. Get that through your skulls. So, with all of that said, this concludes this episode of my incredible podcast. So, thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to hook smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, share this with your boys and your families. Follow me on Instagram. Smash that bell notification button. And every single one of you, have a wonderful and blessed day. Peace out.